A very good morning, RKPians. Once again, your English teacher Penu Sehrawat welcomes you to RKP online classes. This is the fourth and the last video of adjectives, right? Now, in last three videos, we talked about different kinds of adjectives, right? And now, this is the most important video if I talk about adjectives, because it talks about the usage of adjectives, and that is the most important thing, right? So in this video, my dear students, we'll be talking about two things, right? Formation of adjectives and degrees of adjectives, right? So formation of adjectives, how are they formed, right? There are many root or base words which are used as adjective. Small, tall, bright, round, alright? But there are some adjectives which are formed using different prefixes and suffixes. Now, what are these prefixes and suffixes, right? Prefixes are joined before the word, okay, and it forms a new adjective, right? And it also changes the entire meaning of the word, right? And on the other hand, suffixes are added at the back of the word, right? And again, the whole meaning of the word changes, right? So I have written a few words here, and let's try to form another adjective using prefixes and suffixes, right? So see here, im plus pure, right? Now you see pure. Pure itself is an adjective, right? So out of one adjective, we can form another one using a prefix. Now this is prefix, right? And we are adding it before this adjective, right? But its meaning entirely changes when we combine these two things together, right? It becomes impure, right? Now next is dis plus honest. Dishonest, right? Dishonest. The same way, unhappy, unhappy. Painless. Now you see here, pain. Pain is a noun, right? So with nouns also another adjectives can be formed, right? So it becomes painless. Famous, right? Famous. Famous. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. So this way, using prefixes, alright? Prefixes which are added before the word and suffixes which are added after the word. Using prefixes and suffixes, we can get more adjectives, right? Now we are going to talk about degrees of adjectives, okay? Degrees of adjective. Now we have 3 degrees of adjectives, alright? Positive, comparative, and superlative. Alright? Positive, comparative, and superlative. So now I have written a few adjectives here with their degrees, right? Now you can have a look at the board. See, these are all adjectives, and positive degree is basically the adjective itself, right? The root word, right? So you can see here, tall, interesting, thin, easy, wide, good and late, right? Now comparative degree, in most of the cases we use ER and EST at the end, right? But yes, if you see here, interesting, more interesting and most interesting. But if there are two or more than two syllables in the adjective, we use more and most. Okay, now how to find out how many syllables are there in a word, right? It's very easy. You just keep your hand here, okay? You just keep your hand here below the chin, and if there is one syllable in the word, okay, if there is one syllable in the word, your chin will come down and touch it once. If there are two syllables, your chin will come and touch it twice. If there are three syllables, your chin will come down and touch it thrice, right? So if a word has two or more than two syllables, we use more and most with it, right? Then you can see here thin, thinner, thinnest, easy, easier, easiest. Yes, there is one more thing. If the adjective has Y at the end, okay, then we will add IER and IEST, okay. Then we have wide, wider, widest. If we have E at the end, right, we will simply add R and EST. But there are many adjectives which do not simply use ER and EST at their end, or more or most, okay, like good, better, best, late, later, latest. See, you just have to remember them, beta. So next we are going to talk about the use of these degrees. Where do we use them, right? Now, first is positive. Now, positive degree is used for one person only. But if we are talking about two persons, alright, if we are talking about two persons, we will be using comparative. You can remember this by the name. Comparative, the root word here is to compare. Compare, right? So basically you are comparing two things, or two boys or two girls or whatsoever, right? So superlative degree is used when there is a group and or there is a collection of things, right, and we are talking about one of them based on some quality, right? So now we will see one by one how to use them actually in the sentences. Alright, positive degree can be used in three ways, right? First is very simple, very simple. When we are just talking about somebody in a very general way, like I can say, he is a good boy, right? He is a good boy. So we are just simply talking about a boy, right? He is a good boy. The second structure of using positive degree is as plus adjective plus as, right? Now this structure is used when we are comparing the quality of a person with someone else's quality, right? Now you'll see, she is as beautiful as her sister. Okay, so you see here as plus adjective plus as, right? So basically we are comparing the quality of a person with someone else's quality, right? So we are just saying here that she is equally beautiful as her sister, right? And the same way we can say she is not as beautiful as her sister. We can use it both in positive and negative sense. Alright? Now comparative degree is, I have already told you that we are creating comparison between two boys, girls, or two things, right? And when we use comparative degree, in most of the cases we use the adjective here plus than. Okay, adjective plus than, right? Now for example, I can say Prabha is taller than her brother, right? Prabha is taller than her brother. See, this is the comparative degree, right? And this is than, right? So you can see here we are comparing Prabha with her brother, right? So there are two people here. We are comparing them on the basis of their height, right? So we say Prabha is taller than her brother, right? So this is how we use comparative degree in the sentences in general cases, most of the cases, right? But there are some adjectives with which we do not use than. Alright, so again English is full of exceptions, beta. So again, the more you read, the better exposure you get, right? And you will get to learn more and more about the language, right? So there are some adjectives with which we do not use than, right? For example, inferior, or we can say superior, junior, or preferable, right? So with these adjectives, instead of using than, we use to. Alright, now inferior means be less, kam hona, right? Be less. And superior is opposite of inferior, right? So I can say the quality of this pen is inferior to the old one. Okay, so I did not use than here, I used to, right? The same way with all these adjectives, we do not use than, we use to. Alright, now there is one situation in which we tend to commit mistake, right? I'll tell you. Just read the sentence which I am writing on the board now. Now read the sentence. The climate of Punjab is better than Bihar. Okay, so we get to know that yes, we have used comparative degree here, right? So because we have used better and we have used than with it, right? So we are comparing the climate of Punjab and Bihar. Now see, if I write this sentence like this, do you think it's correct? Well, let me tell you, it is incorrect. Okay, it is incorrect. Now why? See, the climate of Punjab. Now, what are we comparing here? We are comparing climate of both the places, right? But if I write it this way, the climate of Punjab is better than Bihar. This way, I am comparing climate of Punjab. I am comparing climate with Bihar, climate and Bihar. No, comparison is always between how can it be compared with a place, right? Climate has to be compared with climate only, right? So which makes the sentence incorrect, because here in this sentence I am comparing climate with Bihar. That is wrong. So instead of this I should write it this way: the climate of Punjab is better than that of Bihar. Now there is equal comparison. Now there is a structure in which we can use the same comparative degree twice. Now why? Because I want to put more focus on something, right? Now I can say she is becoming weaker and weaker day by day. Alright, so now when I use the comparative degree twice, I am doing this to put more emphasis on something, that she is getting really weak. Really weak. I just want to draw more attention towards it. I just want to put more focus upon this thing, that she is getting weaker and weaker day by day, right? Now there is one situation. Remember I told you that we use the with superlative degree only, right? The most beautiful, he is the best player, right? But we can also use the with comparative degree, right? For example, the more you practice, the better you become, right? So this is a very interesting structure. The more you practice, the better you become. Or I can say the higher you go, the cooler it gets, right? So in this, in both parts of this, we use the plus comparative degree. You see here, the more, the better, right? So I hope you will remember this thing, okay? And there is one more structure in which we can use comparative and positive degree together. Let me write a sentence for you. He is as fast as his brother, if not faster. Alright, you see here we are comparing two brothers, right? On which quality? Of being fast, right? So we are, what are we trying to say here is he is as fast, so he is equally fast as his brother is, if not faster. अगर उससे ज़्यादा नहीं है तो उससे कम भी नहीं है. Understood? So this way we can use positive and comparative degree together in one place, right? She is more hardworking than intelligent. Alright, so basically we are talking about the same person, but we are comparing the person's two qualities, right? So we are saying there is this girl, she is more hardworking, right, than intelligent. She is intelligent, that's fine, but she is more hardworking, right? Okay, now we'll talk about superlative degrees. The basic structure of using superlative degree is that we use the before the adjective, right? Okay. So, for example, I can say Ronnie is the best player of the school team. Alright, now there is this team and there are many players in the team, right? But we are comparing Ronnie with all the other players, right? And we say Ronnie is the best player of the school team, right? So we used the here, right? But you have to remember that there are some adjectives which use most also, right? For example, we can say he narrated the most interesting story, right? Now there was a competition, right, where 12 boys, where 12 participants, they narrated their story. But who was the best? He, somebody, a boy, right? He narrated the most interesting story, right? The most interesting story. All right. So I hope you have understood the concept of adjectives, right? And the degrees, and of course the usage of the degrees in the sentences, right? Still, if you have any doubt, please do not hesitate to ask me.